Tonight, the president delivered his second-term First State of the Union address, and he made the message very clear. He stressed the importance of bipartisanship on so many issues facing the American people. One of those issues, one being immigration, one being gun violence, one being creating jobs in this country. And usually, these things are bipartisan issues. We've never, ever seen a Congress so divided in American history when it comes to issues of immigration, and especially when it comes to transportation reform, which is an issue that is usually dealt with by the Congress pretty easily. The Tea Party and the Republican Party have made it absolutely hard for the president to get his agenda through, and that's the reason why he stressed bipartisanship. But more importantly than that, he's also made it very clear that bipartisanship is not the only answer. He said if Congress fails to get stuff done, if they fail to work together, if they fail to bring bills to the floor, he will pass an executive order to get it done as much as he can get done. One part that I think one inflection point in the speech that I think everybody should know about is when the president made it very clear that you might not like the bill and you might vote against the bill, but at least give the bill a fair up and down vote. And what we've seen from John Boehner in this Congress is the absolute opposite of that. A lot of these bills get caught up in committee. A lot of these bills get stalled in the House bureaucracy and the House system, and they never ever get a chance to even come to the floor for a vote. And a lot of these measures are completely and totally bipartisan. If they were to come to the floor, they would pass with a coalition of Democrats and Republicans working together. But John Boehner and Eric Cantor have continued to stand in the way of the president's positions as well as the Americans' positions, and that is very sad. And I think the president did a really good job of isolating that point tonight and really calling them out by saying, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Vote no, but at least give the bill a vote. And one of those pieces of legislation that we'll hope to see come to the floor and pass the Senate today was the Violence Against Women's Act, which is now going to the House for a vote, and it will deal with the same type of Republican. I guess the best word for it is, they're just going to hold the line on this and not even bring the bill to the floor, even though it is unanimously bipartisan. It was bipartisan every time it's passed, besides this time. The question is still out of whether or not John Boehner and his caucus will work with the president. But tonight, the president made it very clear that Democrats are standing together and progressives are standing together on the issues that they care about, and they're willing to take this fight down to the mat with Republicans to get it done. The question is can the Democrats muster up enough courage and enough faith and enough people power, grassroots power, to really push this Congress forward and really bring their issues to the table? And I think the jury's going to be out on that. But one thing is very clear, that the American people have already spoken on a lot of these issues in the 2012 election, be it immigration, be it gun control, and be it why we need to create more jobs in this country. And they've spoken very clearly. And the question is, do Republicans heed the word? Or did the Republican Party fail to exist in 2014 because they chose not to be bipartisan and they chose not to get anything done?